Hey guys, welcome back to our See You at School virtual program. My name is Erica Virgo, and thanks so much for watching our new video on budgeting and saving. This is going to be short and sweet, hopefully, but I want to give you guys a good idea of budgeting and saving and why it's so important for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. The biggest question, why save or why care about saving money now? Well, for one, to have funds in case of an emergency. Secondly, it'll make your post grad life so much easier because you'll already have an understanding of finance and how to save, the discipline in how to save. And saving is a key skill to being financially successful as an adult. So, those three things right there are the top reasons why you should think about saving and why it's so important, even right now. I want to talk for a minute about the purpose of a savings account. The goal of a savings account is to save, not to spend. It's not an account that you want to be pulling money from all the time. If you keep money in your savings account, it grows slowly over time with interest. And savings accounts typically have withdrawal restrictions, which means it won't let you pull out a whole bunch of times without getting a fee, because the whole goal is they want you to leave that money in the account and save it, not spend it. And remember, with savings accounts, even a little goes a long way. So if you focus on saving something every time you get paid or you get some money, you'll be in good shape. It will add up over time. It may not look like it at first, but it will. Some other types of savings accounts that you'll learn about, probably after you turn 18 as well, but it's important to know. There's a savings account, in a sense, called a certificate of deposit. This provides an interest rate on your money in exchange for you leaving a lump sum deposit untouched for a predetermined period of time. So, what does this mean? The short version is a certificate of deposit account, or a CD account, is when you put a certain amount of money into that account and you are not allowed to touch that money, let's say for 12 months. So for a whole year, you put that money in there, you don't touch it. When that 12 months is up, you'll have more money than what you put in because you're going to be getting some interest for not touching that money and leaving it alone. So that's what a CD is, or a certificate of deposit is in short. There's also a money market account, which is a deposit account that pays interest based on current interest rates in the money markets. So this is an account where you put your money in, and depending on what the interest rates are in the markets, you either get more, sometimes you can lose a little, but you either get more or lose money. But with money market accounts, if the markets are doing well, you make more money. There's also stocks and bonds, which we know about. Those are divided shares of ownership in a corporation. So companies like Apple, pretty much every company, Apple, Google, they all have stocks and bonds, which people have shares in. And then there's retirement accounts, which allow you to save money for retirement in a tax-advantaged way. These are your IRAs, your 401k accounts, etc. You'll learn all about that probably in college or once you graduate more. But you need to know these things, at least know and be familiar with the terms. So how does banking help you when it comes to the big picture of saving? When you have a savings account, you naturally become a better saver because your money isn't so directly accessible where you're just pulling it from a piggy bank or from a jar whenever you want something impulsively. Your money is more secure because it's safe in the bank, and you gain a better understanding of financial discipline because as you get older, you're going to need to utilize banks to your advantage, and you need to know how to do it in a way that shows that you have some discipline and responsibility of your finances and over your finances. So real quick, let's talk about savings goals. We have short term, medium term, and long term. Short term would be something that it wouldn't take you very long to buy. Say you want to get a new shirt, maybe it's $10, something small and basic. That would be a short term savings goal. Medium term, maybe there's a new video game you want to get, or I don't know, a new television set or something like that. That would kind of be a medium term. It's not thousands of dollars, but it's not $5. And then there's those long-term goals, which maybe is a PS5 or, those really expensive items or things that might take you a while to get. Even we can even go as far as, let's say, a new car or getting your first car. Those would be long-term savings goals. But it's important to have a few goals of your own and kind of divide them up amongst, what kind of term goal they are. And that way you can help yourself get a better understanding of how long it might take you to actually get there. Now, the next thing, budgeting. So, what's a budget? A budget is assigning a certain amount of money to a task every time you get paid. That's the easiest way to understand it. Budgets typically have a time frame. So, it may be for every paycheck, you have your budget laid out. And budgets have categories, like a category for gas, a category for entertainment, and etc. And with those budgets categories, they have how much money you plan to put aside for each category. So let's look at why you need a budget. There's a lot of reasons. It stops overspending. So it helps you know that you want to only put a certain amount of money towards certain things and not go over that. It makes it easier to reach your financial goals because you have your goals right in front of you on your budget and you want to stick to those. And it puts you in control of your money. You're not just getting paid or receiving money and then the next thing you know, it's gone. Dang, where did all that money go? And you find out it went to Starbucks or fast food and you didn't really plan it out. So it puts you in control of what you have. Budgeting is giving your dollars a job. That's another easy way to think about it. When you get paid by your boss or whatever, let's say you earn $500 a paycheck working part-time. It's good little money. Then you take that money and you lay out a chart, a budget. You have your expenses, things that you know you have to pay for, entertainment, eating out, shopping, savings, and your emergency fund. How much money you want to put toward each one, and then how much money you actually put toward it. The goal is to stay within your budgeted amount. So that's how a budget works. There's also another easy way to start budgeting if you've never had before, and it's called the 50-30-20 plan. This is using your paycheck for 50% of essential things you have to get, gas, things like that, 20% in your savings account or in your emergency fund, and then using 30% of your check for your personal things like maybe doing a little shopping or getting your hair done, things like that. So for a basic example, if you make $200 a check, you're using $100 for your essential needs. You're using $40 for your savings, or putting that in your emergency fund, and you're using 30%, which would be $60, for personal needs. Now, these are a few apps that I think are super helpful, and everything's on our phones nowadays, that can help you budget and make it easy. They kind of take the work out of it for you. You tell them how much you get paid, and they kind of help and what you need to pay for, and they kind of help you do the rest. So there's Mint, there's You Need a Budget, YNAB, and there's also Money Strands. So those are some great apps you might want to check out in your spare time just to make it easier for you to finance and budget better in an easy way because we always have our phones on us. So credit unions differ from banks in 3 ways. There's objective. Credit unions want to do the best they can to tailor to whatever your personal needs may be, whereas banks want to do the same thing, but they also want to maximize their profits from you because they have stockholders they have to pay. They also differ in operations because credit unions don't have the pressure of paying stockholders. So we're able to take the money that the credit union earns and give it back to the member, maybe a higher savings rate or a lower interest rate, things like that benefit you. Banks don't have that. Banks have a lot of pressure in the sense of trying to pay their stockholders. So they operate in a way that they want to maximize what they can get from you. And then also ownership. Banks are owned by stockholders. Credit unions are owned by members. And when you have an account at a credit union, you are considered a member owner. So that's something important for you to know. And Bright Star Credit Union, being the credit union that we are, I just want to tell you a few things that we offer. We offer savings and checking accounts. There is no money needed to open. There's no minimum balances and no monthly fees on any of our student accounts. So that's great. You don't have to worry about having a certain amount of money in there every month or you're going to get a fee. No fees, no minimum balances, and no money needed to open. We have financial resources for you guys available through Bright Star University, which is bscu.org/brightstaru. There's tons of videos, links, websites on there that have a whole bunch of financial topics that may interest you or things you might just want to know. And there's also Balance Financial, which is free for all who join our credit union. It's free anonymous financial advice. So you can call the number there. It will tell you, or they will tell you and help you through any financial issue that you may be having, anonymously, of course. And if you want to know about everything we offer, you can always visit bscu.org. That's got everything. How can you bank with us? To get a youth savings or checking account, which I do want to say, if you want a youth savings checking account, for a checking account, you do need to be 16 years old. If you're under 16, you can just get a savings, but once you turn 16, you can add a checking on. You can visit bscu.org/seeyouatschool with a parent and join online, or you can also visit any one of our locations and just go join at the branch. It's really easy as long as you have your student ID and your parent's driver's license. You'll be good to go. These are our branch locations. Just want to put those up there in case you are more of an in-person type of person with comfort level and you want to apply in branch, you can definitely do that. These are the locations. And I want to encourage you guys to follow us on our social media at BrightStarCU. Thank you guys for joining on our quick video on budgeting and saving. I hope you guys got something out of that. And stay tuned for more videos from our See You at School program. Have a great day.